you very much indeed. Now, welcome to Countdown on this Christmas Day, and I'm sure that every TV presenter that you've ever heard of has wished you a happy Christmas already, but far be it from me to buck the trend, say from all of me to all of you at home, Happy Christmas, and Carol too.
Happy Christmas!
And from all our audience here gathered in the studio,
Happy Christmas!
Yes, Happy Christmas, everybody, and it's just wonderful to be here, not only on Christmas Day, but with this wonderful programme, which, of course, is the grand final of this series of Countdown. The series now lasts 6 months, of course, and we started this one on June the 28th. Now, before June the 28th, over 2,000 people were auditioned to come on this series. 132 managed to get here, and now they've been whittled down to just 2. And these 2, well, I tell you, they are pretty good, but to get here was no mean achievement, because in the quarterfinals, if you've been watching that, you know very well that we've had, out of those 8, we've had 6. And we've coined a new word for them. We've had to. Octo-champs. These are people who've won 8 games undefeated. So the standard has been terrifically high, hasn't it, Carol?
Oh, it's been fantastic. I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's been very good. And we've had 9-letter words aplenty. We've had conundrums, even before the first light of the clock went on. It's been a wonderful series, and it now comes to the climax. So can I, without any more ado on this Christmas Day, introduce you to the 2 gentlemen who've survived all the 6 months, and they're here now, and I'm sure they're glad they are. Welcome to Simon Cooper and Scott Mearns. Well, look, you know these guys very well now, but I'll just refresh your memory. There's a few late details to put on them. Simon Cooper, of course, he manages the conference centre in St Neots. It's the most publicised conference centre there ever has been, so it should be full next year. He's got a picture of it. Let's have a look at it. There it is, very nice. Now, he brought his superb unbeaten run to 10 out of 10 yesterday with a fine win over Carol's toy boy, young Gary Woodward, by 64 points to 41. And that included yet another 9-letter word, gelatines. Now, Simon has now got a great total of 603 with a terrific average of over 60. Now, to be honest with you, he'd been #1 seed in any other series, but actually, in this series, such is the standard, he's #3 seed. So we say good luck to you, Simon Cooper. And now here's the man himself. One has to say that. I said we started on the 28th of June, and Scott was the first man in the chair. All those months ago, I've got it now on the score sheet, Bobby Johnson, 12, Scott Mearns, 80. 80. Well, that's nothing against Bobby Johnson, a great contestant. He was a champion at the time. So, well, that's Scott. He dug in deep to gain a place in today's final by seeing off the very brave challenge of the Irishman Melvin Hetherington. In a game that went right down to the conundrum, Scott just showed how good he is by spotting earthworm after only 2 seconds. And he edged home by 68 points to 51. Now, Scott is a student of social policy at Leeds University. He's a resident of Montrose. When he was on in the earlier rounds, we said that it's the best thing that's ever come out of Montrose. We want to give Montrose a lot of publicity, and he is certainly the king of Montrose right now. He's got a fantastic record of 10 wins out of 10. And believe me, to remain unbeaten in our highest standard of series we've ever had is nothing short of remarkable. His points total is 637. That's an average, think about it, an average of almost 64 every game. And win or lose today, he stands as one of our best contestants in the last decade. So hats off to #1 seed, Scott Mearns. OK, well, we'll have a word with these 2 when it's all over. But now, to Dictionary Corner. And on this special day, what can I say about them? Well, after getting pokies in yesterday's semi-final, our G of the D used his get-out-of-jail-free card to come and officiate in this, his first ever final. Now, he is ably assisted by Catherine Clark, who is, quite frankly, an island of calm and unflappability in this foul weather. Welcome, the master of pomp, whatever the circumstance, Rick Wakeman and Catherine Clark. Well, Rick, you've done a few things in your career, haven't you? But you've never been to a Countdown final, and you've never been to a final like this one.
I said to Catherine earlier that of all the concerts and festivals and things that I've done, I can't think of anything I'd rather do on Christmas Day than be here. I'm knocked out, especially with these two guys. And can we say, from Dictionary Corner, so we didn't get the chance to wish everybody a happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
OK, now you've had the chance. OK, and Catherine, good to see you. When you first came on all those years ago, we called you Snow White, and you still look like Snow. Isn't she sweet?
Not quite so snowy.
You haven't drifted, have you?
I won't answer that one.
OK, just to remind you, of course, we have 14 rounds in this. It's a longer programme. Don't worry, I'll guide you through the various rounds as we go, different order. And what's at stake? Well, of course, the countdown title, which is, of course, great to have. But this is the prize, everybody. There it is. Magnificent 20-volume edition of the Oxford English Dictionary, leather-bound, gold-embossed, a real collector's item. And believe me, there aren't so many of those around. But one of these two will walk off with that today. Or won't walk off. We'll get it sent to them by Pantechnicon. Here we go. Scott Mearns, #1 seed. Simon Cooper, our #3 seed. First round is a letters game, and Scott's going to start.
Merry Christmas, Carol.
And you too, Scott.
Could I start with a consonant, please?
You can. S.
Consonant.
M.
Consonant.
R.
Vowel.
E.
Another vowel.
O.
Consonant.
L.
Consonant.
T.
Vowel.
I.
And a vowel, please.
And a vowel.
Yes, please.
And A.
OK, first countdown of the final starts now. OK, Scott.
I'll try a 9.
OK, well, we're trying a 9 now then, Simon.
No, 8.
An 8. Well, hear the 8 then.
Moralist.
Now, you're 9, Scott.
Mortalise.
Mortalise.
We don't actually have something... Mortalise is not a verb, I'm afraid, in the dictionary, so I have to disallow that.
Cannot do mortalise. Sorry. What have you got?
Well, that's it. I mean, moralist is great for 8.
Yeah.
Certainly can't beat the 8.
No.
But mortalise does sound like it's a word, doesn't it?
Well, I don't know if it does, actually. Immortalise, perhaps. I don't know. But it's not. I'm sorry, it's not. You know the rules. If you don't know, if you haven't watched this programme before, the word's got to be in the concise Oxford Dictionary, and everyone knows that. That's the rule. And if it's not in, I'm afraid, nil point. OK. Right, Simon's letters game.
Hi, Carol. Start with a consonant, please.
You start with the consonants, Simon. G.
And another one.
N.
And another one.
D.
And a fourth.
And P.
And a fifth.
N.
And a vowel.
E.
And another vowel.
U.
And another vowel.
Pneumatic. I.
And another consonant, please.
And a consonant, thank you. And C.
OK, round 2 starting. The countdown is on. So, Simon.
8.
You say 8 again, Scott.
8.
OK, Scott's 8.
Upending.
Upending. Ending up with upending, yeah. Simon?
Same word.
It is the same word, upending.
Excellent.
We got that too.
You've got that too. Well done. Okay, the ing, of course, is always useful.
Yeah.
But there it is, upending there for 8. So, good. So, Scott's off the mark. You're on 16, Simon. Now, round 3 is a numbers game. We have more numbers games, of course, and 2 conundrums in this 14-round final. So let's have the first numbers choice from Simon.
Let's go 6 small ones, please, Carol.
6 small ones. OK. 4, 5 and 6. Right, these are the small numbers we've chosen. 2 and 3, 7 and 9, 3 and 6. We haven't got a 10 to help us so far. And the target, ooh, yeah, 774.
OK, we have to get 774 in 30 seconds. Here we go. OK, 774, Simon.
780.
780, that's 6 away. Scott.
774.
OK, he reckons he's got it on the nose, so we'll check it off with Carol. 774.
9 times 6 is 54.
Yeah, 9 times 6 is 54,
Times 2 is 108.
is 108.
Plus 3 is 111.
Yeah,
Times 7 is 777.
times so 777.
And subtract the other 3.
And you got the other 3. Well done. Yeah. 777.
Well, points out of 1,000 for that, Carol.
Oh, very good. I did it a different way, actually, would you believe? But it was very good. Not an easy one, this one.
No, certainly not. Well, we can say that again. OK, well done, Scott. So that's the 10 points for you. So 18 and 16 it is. Now, round 4 is a letters game, and we return to you, Scott, for that.
Consonant, please, Carol.
Thank you, Scott. V.
Consonant.
T.
Vowel, please.
A.
Another vowel.
E.
Consonant.
Y.
Consonant.
R.
Consonant.
M.
Vowel.
O.
And a vowel, please.
And a vowel. And that's E.
OK, round 4, for which the countdown starts now. So time's up, Scott.
6.
6, Simon.
95.
A 5, right, here the 5, Simon.
Trove.
Scott.
Remote.
Remote. Rick.
Well, Catherine found a 7. I actually thought it was 2 words, but it's actually 1 word, which is overeat, which is something that we've all done.
All doing now.
And doing now over the last few days over Christmas.
There
yeah.
it is on the board. Look at that. Now, 24 and 16 is the score. And now round 5, another letters game, and this to be chosen by Simon.
Consonant, please, Carol.
Thank you, Simon. W.
And another one.
S.
And another.
L.
And a fourth.
N.
And another.
C.
And a vowel.
I.
And another vowel.
A.
And another vowel.
O.
And a final vowel to finish
And a
with,
vowel?
please.
A vowel.
Please, yes.
And E.
Thank you, Simon. Here your letters on the board, so 30 seconds will now elapse. So now, we're looking for the longest word there we can get. It's got in the dictionary, Simon.
6.
You're saying 6, Scott.
6.
And 6. Here's Scott, 6.
Clowns.
Spell that.
CLOWNS.
Clowns, yeah. Send in the clowns. Simon.
Saline.
Saline and clams, obviously.
Yeah, they're great words. Catherine's found a cracker.
As it were, yes. No, this is a plant word. It's a type of plant called a sanicle, S-A-N-I-C-L-E, which is any of the umbelliferous, as they call it, that have, rather like cow parsley or something, that have an umbrella-type flower at the top.
Yes, a sanicle. OK. Good word, but we didn't get that here. So, with those sixes, it's 30 and 22. Good scores. And we've got 2 more rounds left in this half, numbers and the first conundrum. So, Scott, it's your numbers, please.
6 small numbers, please, Carol.
6. You're both going for it. OK, this time we have 4. And we have 10, which often helps. 3 and 3. Another 10. And 5. The target for you both this time is very pathetic, 151.
OK, 151. We need 151. Here we go. Well, Carol says pathetic, but she's, of course, a genius. These two seem to finish fairly quickly, but who got 151? Scott?
151.
Simon?
Yeah, 151.
OK, Scott, you tell us how you got 151.
10 times 5 times 3 is 150.
It is 150.
And 4 minus 3 is 1.
Yeah, absolutely right. 151.
151. Simon?
10 plus 5 is 15.
OK, 10 plus 5 is 15.
Times 10.
Times 10, 150.
And 3 divided by 3 is 1.
And add it on. 151.
Well done. Which was your way, Carol?
This way.
You did it that way. Yeah, your eyelash is twinkling, or I've just...
Yeah, I've got a little bit of glitter on.
Oh.
I thought I was too old for glitter, and I think I'm right.
I'm glad you said that. It was her birthday yesterday, folks. If you missed it, she's still receiving presents.
Always.
But not from me. Now, 40 and 32 is the score. We come to the first of our conundrums. If you haven't watched before and are sitting at home with people who have and say, what's all this fuss about this programme? Well, this is a conundrum, and it's a 9-letter word all jumbled up, and it's the first person to unjumble it and get the word. That's what it is, and it's 10 points. Often, when we only have one in a game, it decides the whole winner, the outcome of the game. So it's always quite an important part of the rounds. So, in this case, it's round 7, because it's the first one. So if everyone's ready for the first, please now reveal the first countdown conundrum. And on 4 seconds, he says...
Misshapen.
Misshapen. How does he do it? How does he do it? I don't know how you do it. How do you do it?
Sheer luck.
Well, he's a modest chap. I mean, obviously you can't practice for the conundrum, but there is pies and mash, misshapen. I mean, anyone in the audience get it? No, but just a couple of people perhaps, but out of 150. So, well done. Misshapen it is, so that's a very good 10 points for you. Were you poised on that, Simon, at all?
No.
It was a stinker. OK, so half-time. Ladies and gentlemen, Scott's there with 50, Simon's there with 32, so I think everyone should take a breather now, which we will do, and we'll go into the break in the company of a few words from Rick Wakeman.
These are actual questions that were asked of witnesses by attorneys during trials and in cases the responses given by the people the questions were asked to. These are absolutely true. First question was, what is your date of birth? Answer, July the 15th. Question, what year? Answer, every year. Question, how old is your son, the one living with you? Answer, 38 or 35, I can't remember which. Question, how long has he lived with you? Answer, about 45 years. Question, do you recall the time that you examined the body? Answer, the autopsy started around 8:30 p.m. Question, and Mr. Dennington was dead at the time? Answer, no, he was sitting on the table wondering why I was doing an autopsy. Question, doctor, before you performed the autopsy, did you check for a pulse? Answer, no. Question, did you check for blood pressure? Answer, no. Question, did you check for breathing? Answer, no. Question, so then it is possible that the patient was alive when you began the autopsy? Answer, no. Question, how can you be so sure, doctor? Answer, because his brain was sitting in a jar on my desk. Further question, but the patient could still have been alive nevertheless? Answer, I suppose it is possible that he could have been alive and practicing law somewhere. And the last two little quickies, which is question, you were not shot in the fracas? Answer, no, I was shot midway between the fracas and the navel. And my favourite of all is, what was the first thing that your husband said to you when he woke up that morning? Answer, he said, where am I, Kathy? Question, and why did this upset you? Answer, my name is Susan.
We've never done that, have we, Rick?
Not on Christmas morning, Richard, no.
OK, Rick Wakeman, thanks very much. Very good. OK. Not bad, that, eh, Carol?
It's fantastic. I
It's
like
the
the
way
one
he
with the
tells
brain
them.
in the jar. I like.
OK. Well, look, just to remind you, after that interlude, it's 50 and 32. And the main business we will resume in part 2 of this final of Countdown this Christmas Day. See you later. You are watching the grand final of this series of Countdown, coming to you on Christmas Day on Channel 4, and the position is as follows. Scott Mearns, our number 1 seed, on 50 points, and Simon Cooper, our number 3 seed, on 32 points. So we're at the halfway stage. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rounds to go. It's round 8, it's a letters game, and it's Simon choice of letters.
Consonant, please.
R.
And another one.
Another one, Simon. H.
And another.
J.
And a fourth.
D.
And a fifth.
And that's L.
And a vowel.
A.
And another vowel.
Another vowel. E.
And another vowel.
U.
And a consonant to finish with, please.
Thank you. And Y.
And the countdown for round 8 starts now. Yes, now, Simon.
6.
A6. Scott.
S6.
A6. Simon, 6.
Hurdle.
Hurdle. Scott.
Hauled.
Hauled and hurdled.
Yeah, great. There's a few 6s around, those 2 good ones.
OK, well, we'll move on with the 6 points there on each score. So round 9 is a letters game. Scott's choice.
A consonant, please, Carol.
Thank you. T.
A vowel.
I.
Consonant.
P.
Consonant.
S.
Consonant.
That's our house. One's for other Christmases been. X.
A vowel, please.
A.
Consonant.
N.
A vowel.
O.
And a consonant, please.
And a consonant. And D.
Thank you. Counting down from now. Well, yes, now, Scott.
6.
You're saying 6, Simon?
6.
Simon, 6.
Paints.
Paints. Yeah, we've got paints there, and yours?
Piston.
Piston.
Yeah, two good words.
Piston. I'll just look at one of those just for the record there. And piston is there. And
6.
Simon's was paints. Yeah, well, we've got 6 here. Rick?
Yeah, we've got oxidants.
Yes, oxidant or oxidants with an S on. An oxidant is an oxidizing agent.
Right now, the scores then at the end of that round. 62 for Scott and 44 for Simon. And it's round 10 numbers game to be chosen by Scott.
6 small numbers, please, Carol.
We can have this all the way through, aren't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Right. You ready, boys? These are they. 5, 8, and 1. Another 5, 9, and 10. We've got it. And the target for you both this time. Yo, whoa, whoa. 9, 7, 7.
Yes, indeed. 9, 7, 7 we have to get. Here we go. Yes, well, 977, Scott.
980.
Now, that's 3 away, Simon.
No, 982.
Okay, 5 away. So 980 is obviously nearer, so we give that a chance. 980.
8 times 9 is 72.
Yeah, 8 times a 9 is 72.
5 times 5 is 25.
5 5s are 25.
Add that to the 72 and the 1 is 98.
So that's the 97 plus 1, yep.
And
98.
Multiply by 10.
Multiply by the 10 because you run out. Okay, 980.
Yeah, well, good stab there, and very worthwhile. 7 points in your scoreboard.
I didn't get 977. I actually got 981, so I was one further away.
Okay, 69 of 44, chaps. Round 11, letters to be chosen by Simon.
Consonant, please, Carol.
R,
And another one.
T,
And a third.
R,
And a fourth.
H,
And a fifth.
T,
And a vowel, please.
E,
And another vowel.
I,
And another vowel.
E,
And another vowel, please.
and another one. Another E.
Here we go. Well, a lot of E's there, but how easy is it, Simon?
6.
Thinking of a 7?
6 or an 8.
Oh, 6 or an 8.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if you're going for a 6, okay, Scott.
6.
6, which is
Hitter.
a hitter.
Yeah.
Hitter for 6. Yours, Simon.
Tether.
Tether. Just, had you gone for the 8, what would that have been?
Lee tether.
Re-tether.
No, sorry, it's not here.
Yeah.
Very good try.
Yeah,
Would have been.
well, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good
Good job I
choice.
didn't risk it. Okay. Well, that's 6. That's it. Okay,
Yeah.
good. So 50 and 75. Now, 3 rounds left now. Letters game, Scott.
A consonant, please, Carol.
Thank you, Scott. S,
A vowel.
A,
Consonant.
G.
A vowel.
I know the feeling. I.
Consonant.
That's my belly. F,
A vowel.
E,
Consonant.
N,
Consonant.
W,
And a consonant, please.
and a consonant. Thank you very much. That's B.
Thank you. Start the clock. Right, Scott.
Just 6.
Just 6. Simon.
Yeah, just 6.
Yeah, that's right. Yours, Simon.
Basing.
Basing. Yours, Scott.
Begins.
Begins. Basing begins. We're on 6 there.
That's it. All 6s.
All
Very good.
6s.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're happy with the 6s. That's begins, but that's where the letters game ends now, because we just got 2 rounds of numbers on the second conundrum. So, Simon, it's your last choice of numbers, please.
Oh, let's switch over to 4 large ones, Carol, and 2 small.
Okay. Break the habit of a lifetime, Simon. Let's see. You have 8 and 6, and then you know 75 and 50, 100 and 25, all the 4 large numbers from the top row, of course. And the target is 940.
Yes, we have to get that in 30 seconds. 940. Yes, well, 940 it is. Simon.
944.
4 away. Scott.
950.
10 away. Okay, you're the nearer the 2, Simon. Off you go.
8 times 100.
8 multiplied by 100 is 800.
Plus 75.
Yeah.
Plus 50. Plus 25.
It's 950.
And take away 6.
And take away 6, and that is 944.
Yes. Okay, and that's the 7 points. What about this 940?
Okay, 8 minus 75 over 25, so 8 minus 3 is 5. If you then say 50 over this 5, that gives you 10. And then 100 minus 6 is 94. And multiply them, 940.
All right, well, now, this is the climax of the series. This is the very last round here. We've done the 13 rounds. Now the 14th round is a conundrum. The score is 81 and 63. 10 points available, of course, for this, the second conundrum. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the conundrum. So please now, champions, if you're ready, please now reveal today's second, final countdown conundrum. Yes, Simon.
Paternity.
Paternity. Well, Dad. Would you believe it? Yeah. Well, that's a good one. It's a good one. And it's a good score of 73, but it ain't enough because the winner of this series of Countdown is our number 1 seed, the man who came here on the very first day of this series, way back in June. Number 1 seed, 11 games, 11 wins, undefeated, number 1 seed, Scott Mearns.
Good game.
Well, Scott, I must say, you take it very seriously. It's only a game, I know, but you take it very seriously. But now you can really relax and enjoy Christmas. Okay, wonderful performance there. And, of course, the man that everybody wanted to beat throughout the whole series. And one of the, as we said at the beginning, one of the great champions of Countdown. But we'll talk to you in a minute when we give you your prize. Simon, it's always terrible to lose, but, I mean, you've lost in a glorious series, and it's been a terrific final, very close indeed. So, no one goes out of here empty. There's lots of presents for you, lots of Oxford books here. You see? There. We've got the Countdown pen for you. You've had the big goodie bag with everything else.
Yeah.
We've got a voucher for 500 quid, and we have this with your name going to be engraved on this silver tray. So thank you very much indeed. And the good news for you is you haven't seen the last of this gentleman here, Simon Cooper, because on Monday we start our Champion of Champions series up to the Millennium. 5 great games, and you're on that, so you'll be on that. So, of course, well, Mr. Mearns, but you'll be in our Champion of Champions on Monday. So you'll see him again on Monday. So, it's like we're going home, is it, really? Anyway, we'll say farewell and well done to Simon Cooper. Yes, we're just going to now. Rick is getting ready to make the presentation to Scott. I'll just tell you that we are back on the air on Monday, and we've got 5 terrific games for you. It's the Champion of Champions from our last 4 series. So we've got John Ashmore from Series 38, then we've got Kate Ogilvie, we've got Terence English, and of course we've got Scott from this series, plus the 2 highest scores from the last 4 series, which is Terry Knowles and, of course, Simon Cooper here. So that's a terrific lineup for next week to take you, keep you entertained into the New Year's Eve next week. But meanwhile, well done to these 2, and now let's make the presentation. Okay, well, the fantastic series, great standard. And interestingly, Carol, what you might not know, that you actually failed 2 auditions for this programme, didn't you?
That's right.
Yeah, and he ended up number 3 seed and just losing.
It was only my son and daughter, Becky and Mark, that persuaded me to go in for a 3rd time.
Yeah, try. You came on at the very beginning of the series and said, I want to get Montrose on the map, didn't you? And you certainly have, haven't you?
It's finally been achieved.
OK, finally been achieved. OK, we'll hand it over to Rick to present you with the prize.
Well, it's fantastic. Commiserations, Simon. I mean, I was actually on the programme when you first came on.
First one.
So,
yeah.
What can I say? Well done. I mean, marvellous final. And Scott, absolutely fantastic. This is well earned, well deserved, unbeaten. What more can you say?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Great man.
Thanks very much.
Right, terrific. OK, well, it's been wonderful. We thank you, Rick. You're a terrific guest in Dictionary Corner.
Thanks for having me on.
The return of Catherine Clark, who's graced this great week. It's super to see you again. And it's been great to see you all, the audience. But, hey, we're only off for a couple of days, you know. We're back again on Monday, Carol.
We've got one day off.
One day off.
One day off to
And it's our Champion of Champions, and that starts on Monday. So there's a lot of more familiar faces. We'll take you right through to Millennium Night. So what a week.
It's going to be fantastic.
Fantastic. In the meantime, from all of us here, thanks very much for watching. Merry Christmas, and see you on Monday. Bye-bye.
Bye.
You've another chance to see this countdown on Tuesday afternoon at 3:15. And as Richard said, on Monday, it's the best of the best of the best in the Champion of Champions countdown at 4:30. Next today, an adaptation of a Thomas Hardy novel. Emily Wolfe and Rufus Sewell star in The Woodlanders.